Hey folks, Russell Williams here, eXp Realty. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I wanted to answer one major question that I get a lot, and that is for my first-time home buyers who are looking at figuring out the steps to buying their first home. And so a lot of times I go over these steps with my clients, but thought it'd be really cool to do a quick video about the 8 steps to buying your first house. So I want to go over the 8 steps. They're really simple, really easy, and I think for folks who've done business with me, my ultimate goal is to make buying real estate easy. It is not always an easy process, but it is not the most difficult thing to do if you know the steps and how to prepare yourself to buy a piece of property. So I want to go over this with you really quick, and I got my notes right here, so if I look down, I'm sorry. I just don't want to forget a step. I know these steps pretty well, but I want to make sure I can't go into a lot of detail, but I want to go into enough detail to where you can kind of get a good understanding of the 8 steps to buy your first property. All right, let's do it. So the first step really is getting your finances in order. I really want to help as many people buy their first home as possible, but you got to meet me halfway here with getting your finances in order. You got to really know, if you haven't, you need to start working on your credit if it's not there yet. And in your hearts of hearts if my credit's not there yet. So if the credit's not there yet, that is fine. Go ahead and look at the credit. You can go to, I think, freecreditreport.com, and you can get a free credit report and figure out what's on there, what needs to get off, what's accurate, what's not accurate. But you want to work on improving your credit scores. The higher the score, oftentimes the lower the rate. And then you want to start saving for your down payment. It is not always true that you have to put 20% down. In fact, 73% of borrowers last year only put between 5 and 8.5% down. So let's not make a big deal about a big down payment, but if you have between 5 and 8%, there's a good chance that you will still be able to do get your down payment down, right? And then the other thing about getting your finances in order is determine your income and your budget. The best way to do this is by looking at what actually goes into your bank account. That is the most important thing, right? How much money flows through my bank account? That is where you want to determine how much you can really afford when buying a piece of property and getting yourself ready for your mortgage if you choose to do so. Once you do that, the second step would be to calculate your home affordability. There are a ton of affordability calculators out there, some resources in the comments below. The third step that you really want to focus on is getting the pre-approval. Now, I know a lot of you have heard this term before, but there are actually 2 different types. So sometimes people say, well, I got qualified. Well, remember, getting pre-qualified is just a lender looking at your scores and seeing if you fit into one of their programs. So a lot of times we really want to get you pre-approved. Pre-approved is really when you send in all of your documentations to get them approved. And so basically what would happen is a lender will tell you just exactly how much you can afford to buy based upon the documents that you send in, right? And so that's an important part of the process. You want to go ahead and get that done. The fourth step is you want to search for a house that's within that budget. What I get a lot of times is people like really beautiful homes, and trust me, I don't doubt it that they're gorgeous and beautiful, but we have to look for what's in your pre-approval budget. So it's fine to go look at houses outside of that pre-approval budget as long as you have the money to meet what you didn't get pre-approved for. So if a house is $155 and you find the house that you love that's $160, you may have to put that additional $5,000 down to get to that $160. The same is true if your pre-approval amount is for $195,000 and you're looking at a house at $300,000, right? You're gonna have to pay that out of pocket. And so oftentimes we want to look at houses that are within that budget. Once we have found that house and we've looked at a couple, we've looked at a bunch, however that is, we're going to make an offer on that house. And what we're going to do is that we're going to tell the seller that we have an interest to purchase their house. We really want to purchase a house based upon these terms, and the seller has the option to either accept that or to counter that. Either way, we have put our offer in on the home, and the ultimate goal is to get an accepted offer that both parties can agree with. And then once we do that, now that you have how much money you're looking for, we got you pre-approved, all of that. We found the house, the home of your dreams. Now when we've made an offer on those, we've made an offer on that house, and now we can submit that total package to the bank. And that is when we do the home appraisal and inspection. It's when we get the title and home insurance done. And it's when your complete package goes into underwriting, where a lender decides whether to approve this package or not approve this package. And a lot of times this is the most stressful time of this process, because ultimately what we want to do is we want to hear those three magic words: clear to close. And that's what we're trying to get to. And so ultimately, when all those documents come in, we hopefully get the clear to close. Once we get that, then we're able to go to step number 8, which is our favorite time, which is closing. Closing is always the area where people are excited. It's when you get to get your moving truck. We sign all the documents. We make any required down payments and pay our closing costs. And then we confirm the lender has funded your loan. Once that is done, you've officially purchased your first home. And so these 8 steps are really what I see as the most critical 8 steps to getting you from renter to homeowner. This process does not have to be extremely difficult. A good realtor like myself will walk you through each one of these steps as you go through. So buying a house you can't think of it as one large thing. There are individual steps that we take to get to closing. And the ultimate thing is I want to put keys in your hands. You see my sold sign over there says it's a key shape. That's what I want to put that key in your hand and let you stand in front of your house victorious, because you've gotten to the closing table. So those are the 8 steps to buying your house. My name is Russell Williams with eXp Realty. My phone number is 601-996-2166. You can check me out on the web. Thanks. Bye.